Take a little trip with me. Just a quick hop back to 1975. A year that didn't just play on the radio, it practically lived there.
Take a little trip with me.
Stay with me, because one of the biggest hits on this list almost had a totally different name. One that would have caused serious confusion in the 70s. One, Jive Talkin', Bee Gees. Jive Talkin' isn't just a hit, it's a pivot point. The Bee Gees didn't simply get popular again, they reinvented their entire engine. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1975. Produced by Arif Mardin and recorded at Criteria Studios in Miami. It introduced that tight, rhythmic approach that would soon dominate the late 70s. And the origin story is one of the best. The rhythm was inspired by the chunka chunka sound their car made, crossing a bridge on the way to the studio, so the road literally became the groove. 2, Boogie Fever, The Silvers. Boogie Fever is one of those songs that instantly changes a room. The second it starts, shoulders loosen. People start moving without permission. Released in November 1975, it caught fire into 1976, eventually hitting number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's disco, pop soul, and pure joy, delivered by a real family group with harmonies that feel warm instead of manufactured. And here's a cool layer. It was produced by Freddie Perren, a name tied to some of the era's most polished hit-making. So even though it's playful, it's also precision engineered to sound like happiness. 3, Fame, David Bowie. This is a song that feels like 1975 wearing a tailored suit. Fame is Bowie stepping out of glam mythology and into something sharper, funkier, leaner, and a little more dangerous. It was co-written with John Lennon, and it became Bowie's first number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, hitting the top spot on September 20th, 1975. And what's wild is how often Fame gets treated like a side chapter, when it's really a turning point. The groove is tight, the attitude is icy, and the hook feels like it's staring right into the camera, saying, "You sure you want this life?" Part of why it still works is that it doesn't sound like a victory lap. It sounds like a warning label. It's the kind of number 1 hit that's still challenging people while it's dancing. And that blend, funk plus edge, sets us up perfectly for a disco record that quietly rewired pop radio. 4, Low Rider, War. Low Rider is one of the coolest grooves of the entire decade. It's not loud, it's confident. Like it knows it doesn't have to prove anything. Released in 1975, it peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and reached number 1 on Billboard's R&B chart. It's also rooted in real culture, War drawing from LA's lowrider scene and turning it into something universal. And what keeps it timeless is the blend. Funk, Latin flavor, street elegance, and that instantly recognizable horn line. It's been sampled, referenced, and reused, but the original still has the best swagger.
Take a little trip with me.
5, Mandy, Barry Manilow.
Mandy, well, you came and you gave without taking.
Mandy is one of those songs that sounds like it was built to echo through time. Big chorus, big emotion, and a melody that sticks.
And down as cold as ice.
It became Barry Manilow's first number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, topping the chart on the January 18th, 1975, dated Hot 100. But here's the twist. The song was originally titled Brandy. Manilow changed it to Mandy to avoid confusion with Looking Glass's earlier #1 hit, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. That tiny decision, one word, helped the song stand on its own and become a career-defining moment. And whether you're a lifelong fan or a casual listener, it's hard to deny the craftsmanship. The key changes, the drama, the emotional lift.
Up in a world of uphill climbing, the tears are in my mind.
6. Fly, Robin, Fly. Silver Convention. If you want a clean example of disco crossing into mainstream America early, Fly, Robin, Fly is a neon sign pointing the way. It reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 3 weeks, becoming an international breakout moment. And here's the sneaky genius. It's a chart topper, with almost no lyric. Basically a hypnotic chant over lush orchestration. That minimalist approach made the groove the star, which is exactly what disco was built to do.
Up to the sky.
Even more surprising, the song won a Grammy for Best R&B Instrumental Performance in 1976. So yes, this track wasn't just popular, it was a signpost, a blueprint. The kind of record that made radio programmers realize dance music could sell everywhere.
Fly, Robin, fly.
7. Philadelphia Freedom, the Elton John Band. Philadelphia Freedom is pure liftoff, bright, bold, and built like a celebration that can't sit still. Released February 28, 1975, it blends pop with Philly soul shine and a big orchestral glow. It reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in April 1975. And it was inspired by Elton's friendship with Billie Jean King and her team, the Philadelphia Freedoms. So it has a real-life spark under the gloss. What makes it underrated today is that it's so familiar people forget how massive and well-made it is. It's not just a happy song, it's a masterclass in arrangement, energy, and confidence. 8. You Are So Beautiful, Joe Cocker.
You are so beautiful.
Here's the quiet moment in the room. Joe Cocker's You Are So Beautiful is tenderness delivered with a voice that sounds lived in. The song was written by Billy Preston and Bruce Fisher, and Cocker's version became his highest charting solo US hit, peaking at #5 on the Billboard Hot 100.
You're everything I hope for.
In a year bursting with dance floor fire, this one stands out by whispering instead of shouting. It's not flashy, it's not trying to be clever, it's just human, and that's why it lasts.
You are so beautiful.
9. Listen to What the Man Said, Wings. This is Paul McCartney doing what he does best, making something sound effortless while quietly stacking brilliance underneath. Listen to What the Man Said was released May 16th, 1975, and hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, with its peak week dated July 19th, 1975. It's warm, uplifting, and melodic in that radio-perfect way. And then there's that moment, the soprano sax, the part that makes the whole track float. The sax was played by Tom Scott, and the story goes that the take used on the record was essentially his first pass, captured while he was feeling it out. That's why it feels so alive. It's not just notes, it's a moment.
Boy, kisses girl, leave behind a tragic world.
10. Lady Marmalade, Patti LaBelle. Lady Marmalade doesn't walk into the room, it struts. Released in late 1974 and exploding in 1975, Labelle's version hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. With the #1 week dated March 29, 1975, and it was produced by the legendary Alan Toussaint. Its funk, soul, disco energy, served with fearless confidence. And this song's legacy is serious. It was selected for the U.S. National Recording Registry in 2021 for its cultural significance. So if you've mainly heard later versions, go back to the original. It has a live wire electricity that still crackles. Now we cool the tempo, but keep the intensity with a slow burn. 11. Love Won't Let Me Wait. Major Harris. Love Won't Let Me Wait is a masterclass in atmosphere. Smooth, intimate, and unmistakably Philly soul. It hit #5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went to #1 on the Soul chart in 1975. And there's a haunting detail. The recording includes the sound of a woman sobbing during the instrumental sections, an emotional texture that makes it feel almost cinematic. This is the kind of track that doesn't always show up on mainstream best of lists, but it absolutely deserves rediscovery, especially if you love late night radio vibes. 12. Magic. Pilot.
Ho, 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 it's magic.
Magic is pure feel-good craftsmanship, bubbly melody, warm harmonies, and a chorus that practically waves at you. It was produced by Alan Parsons, recorded at Abbey Road Studios, and it reached #5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1975. That's a huge achievement for a song that's gentle and sweet, proof that not every major hit had to shout. And because it's so light, it sometimes gets overlooked in serious retrospectives. But pop music needs light. Pop music needs charm. And this track delivers both with a grin.
Ho, 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 it's magic. You know.
Next, a friendly anthem from the same band that gave us Lowrider, because War absolutely owned 1975. 13. Why Can't We Be Friends? War. Why Can't We Be Friends is one of the simplest messages ever put on wax. And somehow, it stays relevant no matter how many decades pass.
As long as we can live in harmony. Why can't we be friends?
It reached #6 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the summer of 1975. And one of the coolest details? The song features each band member taking a verse. So it feels like a conversation, not a lecture. This track is cheerful without being naive. It's catchy without being shallow. It's a song that smiles and still manages to mean something. And now, we shift from friendly to intimate, because 1975 had room for quiet emotions too. 14. Feelings. Morris Albert. Feelings is pure mid-70s emotion, dramatic, sincere, and built for late-night listening. It peaked at #6 on the Billboard Hot 100, with Billboard noting an October 25th, 1975 peak date, and had a long chart run, 32 weeks on the Hot 100.
Trying to forget my.
Yes, it's been parodied. But strip away the jokes, and you've got a song that captured the era's appetite for big, earnest feeling. No irony required. And after that emotional surge, we glide into one of the most beautifully controlled voices in pop history.
Feelings for my life.
15. Only Yesterday. Carpenters.
One must face their share of loneliness.
Karen Carpenter's voice is the kind of sound people trust. It's calm, clear, and quietly powerful. Only Yesterday was released March 14th, 1975, and it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, plus number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart. It's polished, yes, but it isn't empty. The arrangement moves like memory itself, gentle, a little bittersweet, and impossible to shake once it settles in. Sometimes underrated doesn't mean forgotten. Sometimes it means not praised enough for how expertly it's made. That's this song.
In my own time, nobody knew the pain I was going through.
And there you have it, 15 pearls from 1975. Some were number 1 hits that somehow slipped behind bigger legends. Some were quiet classics that never stopped shining. And all of them prove the same thing. The deeper you dig into the 70s, the richer the music gets.